if it's not the most difficult golf course in North America, Rich, it's certainly one of the most difficult golf courses. With its 210 bunkers, really personified by the church pews, the hard and slick greens that slope away from the player and the tight fairways, this golf course always requires the utmost precision.
Zbytnie Arto.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Second shot. Good look at the green. And this is looking really good. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
It's no snack, though.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Locked in on the read and the speed. He'll take par and move on. Relatively short par 4, second hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee here? It's probably not driver.
It certainly isn't. You need a decent yardage in for your second shot, so you don't really want to hit it past those last of the 6 bunkers on that right side. That leaves a shot of 100, 110 yards. There's another tee box a little further up where they can make it like drivable at 265 yards, but for such a short hole, this is sort of a fearsome one. You always feel like you're making a mistake when you're putting the ball on the tee.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
So here we are at the third hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous obviously for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Drops for a birdie. And we pick up action at the fourth. Couple of birdies already here in this final round as we check in on our featured golfer. Off to a hot start, Frank.
Those red numbers are certainly going to bring a smile to the face, and they have. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I've ever seen. Just let it rip.
Smoked that one. Second shot.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Looks like he just misread that. So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Take you up now to the fifth hole, 382-yard par 4. Frank, what do you think of the fifth?
An excellent tee shot is required here with just a long iron. Even something as short as a 4-iron is fine because the hole's not overly long. If you can bisect the bunkers on both sides, that's the key there. Second shot's going to be a little downhill.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. This is going to play a lot shorter. It is a steep hill down to the green. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Just a little tap in here. And that's in for a par. Par 3 sixth here at Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind this green, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. All right, Frank, take us down onto the 7th hole, par 4 at 434 yards.
Another one that's just another great driving hole. Bunkers on both sides of the fairway, so you can't really bail out either way. Used to be some trees in that down the right side. They've been removed, replaced now by fescue. So if you do miss those bunkers right or left, it's not exactly going to be the easiest chip out to the fairway. Another one that's a must-hit fairway. Reason why? It's a long par 4, and it's the only way you can hit this par 4 and 2. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot. Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
In for par. Frank, the par 3 8th, it will take a player's very best strike.
Yeah, it's not often you see the odd driver come out of the bag, but when a hole can be stretched out to close to 300 yards, then everybody in the field needs some heavy artillery. It's a big, long par 3. Green does feed a little bit to the left, but at that distance, no hole is easy. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Lucky devil. That was going in the bunker all the way.
This will be a birdie if it drops. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Getting set now over the putt. Good putt. Here we are at the 9th, par 4, 477 yards. Frank, this is a rugged hole.
It is. It used to be a par 5. Some say it should still be a par 5. It's a long, straight hole. Runs alongside the first hole there. Bunkers left and right. And, of course, if you find the rough, the remnants of what used to be a par 5 is that nice little cross bunker in the middle of the fairway, which forces you to lay up.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continuing to putt with confidence. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Nicely in the fairway here, Frank, but this is steeply downhill to the green. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is a gorgeous shot inside of 5 feet. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Clean this up with a tap. Oh, filling it up today. Beautiful putt. Moving on to the 11th hole here at Oakmont. Par 4, 379 yards. Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, 379-yard hole, you're thinking, I need to make 3 or I need to stuff a short iron in there, but you think there's a price to pay if you get too aggressive here.
There is, especially in a US Open. Once the greens are firm and this fast, the penalty for missing your spot becomes that much more severe. It's very evident here at 11. There's just enough undulation, enough slope from back to front that means you've got to be on the number on your second shot.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Trying to make yet another birdie. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Well, Frank, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont, it's a lot of golf hole at 667 yards.
It's the hardest par 5 I've ever seen or played that doesn't have water. It starts with that tee shot. The whole fairway slopes left to right. Just to get the ball on the fairway, you've got to draw the ball against the slope. The same problem exists with the second and the third shot.
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. That is an absolute seed. I mean, he just ripped a bullet down the fairway. Oh my goodness, 375 yards. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday, and another opportunity on the way. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Oh, I thought he had that. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, what about this par 3 13th? Measures 183 yards.
It has a little bit of a crescent-shaped green, but it looks like the green should shape that way, but the actual contours of the green go in the opposite direction. The only good thing about that is chances are you've got an uphill putt.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot.
Second shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Ooh, what happened there, Frank? Just a little tap in here. Drops for a par. All teed up at the 15th. It's a par 4 of 499 yards.
Oh, I liked that.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. These are always tricky. Severe downhill to that green.
Should be safely on deck.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just 5 feet left. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
This would give him the par. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Yet another demanding hole here at Oakmont. A par 3 16th, 231-yard par 3. Frank calls for a well-struck long iron.
It certainly does. It's going to favor something that's hit a little higher and a little softer. If you could just mentally cut this green in half and just sort of look at the left half of this green, that's really the best way to play this hole. And the reason why is the general contours all move to the right. That ball can still funnel down to the right side of the green.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Frank, that looked good to me. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And getting ready for the putt. has his par. 17th hole at Oakmont, par 4. Only 313 yards, and yet, Frank, it was so pivotal. The last U.S. Open played here in 2007.
It was pivotal for a lot of different reasons, strategy being one. Some elected to go down the right side with just a mid-iron. Others went directly at the green, did not get the ball up and down. Furyk and Tiger Woods come to mind in that situation. You can see the green's just perched up there. If you do lay it up, you don't quite get a full look at this green because you have to lay it up down that right side.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Did the job right there. This is where so many of the legends, from Hogan to Nicklaus to Miller to Els, made their imprint. And don't forget about Angel Cabrera, the last time the U.S. Open was played here. The 18th hole, the clubhouse straight ahead. What a view, and what a moment in the championship. Good contact, good result. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Well, the U.S. Open could well be decided right here with this approach shot for the 18th hole, Frank.
Another one that's going to have to be launched right up in the air. Carry that false front and hopefully land softly and not get too much ground movement from the general terrain of this 18th green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. So a tester from 4 feet. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That is a solid par putt right there. What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.
CBC Naruto. Over and out.